We're going to be looking at the health of your nervous system, as well as the health of your blood vessels, cardiovascular health. Just lie down, I'll get everything set up.
Nervous system?
Yes.
Anytime she says it. I'm like, oh, he's like, oh my god, great idea. I'm like, how it goes. How are you doing, Sabrina?
So we're ready to start the test. It's going to be about 10 minutes long. During the test, no talking, no moving. Stay nice and still, nice and relaxed. Breathe normally. All right, we're good to go. And then because we're getting So you blow into that end, and this is going to tell you how strong you're blowing, all right? 1, start blowing. All right, and then 3, 2, 1.
Just gonna get all ready for a second. Thank you. So as she's standing and talking to me, we confirmed it with kinesiology, but she's perfectly grounding herself on the left, avoiding the right foot, and the way she was holding her head is on the right side. That's the problem. Because the vestibular system that grounds you is left clearly, but you prefer to go on the right. So what is the difference? And that's what I saw in your pictures as well. And I just tested you. Your temporal on the left side and your pelvis on the right side are the two that are faulty. So what's the disconnect in between the two? I'm gonna say it's probably some kind of a reflex here. So we're gonna find that out tomorrow. Head is down on the right when she stands up. The head is effectively shifted to the right. Shoulders down to the right, pelvis is up. So I know this side joint is the problem. That lat is overactive in shifting that. The question I have, why on earth is her head is being shifted to where she's unstable? And when I did I did the analysis on her eyes, eye and the mouth and the ears down on the right when she stands up. Then I oriented, I leveled the ears and eyes. So I took it in both, the posture, so I put the pipeline, and that definitely is the case, which makes no sense, because after I level the eyes, the ear on the left side is down.
All right, and let's just support yourself. Let's see. Let's just walk forward and just set out a hand and just hold the glass. Yeah, I just need it for support. Okay, so let's bring the ankle back to me here. So you're gonna bend the knee, lift it up. Okay, look down at your feet, just square up so they mirror image of one another. Good, good. Let's bring this arm out to the side now. Good. Hold firm as you can there. Hold firm. Hold. Good. Do you notice that it went weak when I was on the right side? Yeah. Okay. And hold again. And hold again. Hold.
Two ilia, the two pelvic bones, their orientation gets off. The dysfunction trickles all the way up and down the spine. So basically now it's getting to the part of your spine where it's just basically taking the beating.
Yeah.
And it's
So
got a lot to do with that SCM right here.
well, there's probably going to be a C1 problem. So I'm just going to check for the integrity of your shoulder now. So let's bring this arm up straight, this one alongside you. Turn the hand so it's this way now. I'm going to tell you which way I'm going. I want you just to hold the arm in this position, okay? So I'm going across, hold firm, hold firm. We're going out, hold firm. Do you see there's a difference there, right? So I'm going across again. So you've got a clavicle issue there. I'm pulling down, drop down. Do the other side. Maybe a little bit more, okay, and down. Okay, or you're right-handed, okay? And hold firm, and hold. So no power, right? So I just want you to watch this at the end here. Typically, most people think they should have more power on their handed side, right? And you, right off the bat, you're the opposite. You're stronger on the left side than on the right. It's a myth that you should be stronger on one or the other side. You should be equally strong. So you've got an exhalation lesion. You don't like breathing out, right? So 2 phases clearly of breathing, in, out, okay? In is just fine. So when it comes to a CPAP or anything like that for breathing apparatus, that's not going to be helpful at all because breathing is 100%. It's breathing out that's a problem, okay? So your body stresses over that. When you're in the womb, your CSF is moving just fine. Then you come out and the breathing must now help it, right? So you in breath, then out breath, and that changes the pressure inside your abdomen and so on. allows for the pressure changes to happen in the spine. Okay, so now if you're not able to do one, either the breathing caused it or the body caused the breathing to get off. And in this situation, you might have had a descending lesion at one point, but now it's an ascending lesion coming out of the pelvis. If this pelvis is not working right, you can't coordinate the moving of the CSF with your breathing. Does your mom have any health issues?
Yeah.
Thyroid?
Yeah.
You do too.
Yeah.
The way Western medicine measures thyroid is completely wrong. They don't even understand how it works. So the thyroid is a fluctuating, operating organ that will change according to your stress levels, whatever. It's going to operate. They couldn't tell you why the thyroid, like the T4, is just it's not a useless item, it's a storage item. That's what the thyroid is doing, right? The thyroid's manufacturing, the T4 is the packaging, and then the T3 is the useful item. The body has a natural strength, right? It has a natural tone all the time, right? So your body, and it's relative to what the brain says you can do. And you will train yourself up. Like if you're a gym goer, you can train your brain to say, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, right? But at some base level, your brain knows where you're at in space because the brain's primary job is survival. Okay, so your brain, so if you were just wandering around in Africa, just like a lot of Africans do, they're part of an ecosystem there with a lot of wild animals. And so they have to be very aware of these wild animals. When you get a weak pelvis, you're now the weak link. You're like at the back of the group. When everybody else takes off running, you're not running with them, right? So naturally your brain says, I need to be more alert. I need to be way more alert of any potential danger so I can take off first. Okay? So that's what it starts off with, just being alert. And then when you don't figure out what the problem is, then you get more alert, like trying to answer the questions, right, for your brain. And then ultimately that becomes anxiety. So I'll tell you now, we're getting into dangerous space.
That's okay.
Okay.
The
All right.
chiropractors do a lot
Up on the
worse,
right.
okay? We're not going to tell anyone. So as screwed up as you were before, you're less screwed up right now.
I mean, my neck was great.
Okay. All right, we just rest back. There you go. And let the breath go there.
And she's not
Let's
in
come up
big area.
again. Good.
So I want her to take
Keep
a
the
couple
chin.
steps
And
with it.
well,
What we're going to be looking at here, we're looking at the electrical activities of her brain. So we're going to be looking at essentially her brain waves at rest, and then we're going to give her a stimuli, and we're going to see her response to that stimuli. We're also going to be doing brain mapping, so we're looking at theta, alpha, and beta frequencies, and the interconnectivity of her brain between all those different frequencies. I mean, it's a 4-minute test and it's gonna get a crap ton of data. All right, so these are her brain waves in real time, and a highly trained neurologist would be able to look at what's going on here and tell you everything that's wrong with you. We're picking up brain waves. You are not dead, you have a brain and it is working, partially at least. So we are ready to start the test. So what you're going to be doing during the test is you're going to be clicking when you hear the high-pitched tone. All right, so we just ran Sabrina through some testing and we got her results coming up. These are all heart rate variability metrics, and that's how we measure autonomic nervous system function. So that is the sympathetic parasympathetic balance. Think of it, it's very ancient technology. You can think of it like sympathetic nervous system. Imagine you're a caveman and there's a lion chasing you and you need as much energy, as much alertness as possible. That's the sympathetic nervous system. But this suggests to me that she always has that lion behind her chasing her.
That means she's in the stuck mode with one foot on the gas,
Yep.
one foot on the brake.
Yep.
And the brain does not perceive safety.
Yeah.
It's you're all guard. And when you are in guard mode, what do? You think about survival, not reproduction, not digestion. So all of those can suffer.
So that was the first test. And then what we did, we had a chiropractor come here, give her an adjustment, try and see how her nervous system is going to function, going to improve. The one thing that I want you to take a look at, so this 1.97 is very high. I've done 100 of these tests, this is very high. But watch what happens when we pull up the retest. Look at that K30-15 ratio.
That
Yes.
It went from very, very high right back down to normal range.
Now you're not running with all that anxiety all the time. Your brain is not consuming the proprioception here that's telling you you're not going to make it. You're going to be somebody's lunch because your pelvis is not going to make you run. You're going to fall behind, like Dr. Craig always says. This is really just real-time feedback from your brain, and every time we're making a change, we're going to go back to square one and say, is this a good change or not, just like we did reflex testing. That's one way to do it, but this is an objective way.